When students are in class, they share ideas and build on what they know by talking with other students, and they can ask their teacher questions about what they're learning. However, when students consistently miss 18 days or more, which is called chronic absence, they miss out on learning. And if students miss too much school, they'll struggle to keep up with their classmates. In early grades, this can mean the difference between learning to read and not. To make attendance matter, everyone must do their part. Families must commit to getting their children to school every day. Educators must develop close partnerships with families so they can detect and act upon early warning signs of chronic absence. And policymakers must promote policies to track chronic absence the same way in all schools and support families and students at risk of chronic absence. Educators at Parson Hills Elementary School have come up with a great strategy for supporting children and their families to ensure children attend school every day.
If our children aren't in class every day, how can we expect them to learn? Getting our kids to class every day is critical if we want them to read at grade level by the end of 3rd grade. At Parson Hills Elementary, we are a neighborhood school where students and parents work with dedicated teachers and administrators to make the dreams of their children a reality. A couple years ago, we realized that we had a serious problem with chronic absence. We realized we had to take action by developing and using a strategy to better use the data we had on students' attendance. That's when we chose to use the tiered interventions for reducing chronic absence, to support us in identifying and reaching out to children who were at risk of being chronically absent.
At the same time, Parson Hills Elementary became one of the first schools to join the Arkansas Make Every Day Count initiative, which is a strategy of the Arkansas Campaign for Grade Level Reading to decrease chronic absence by reducing the number of days of school that students miss.
What we've learned along the way is that data is a great tool when you are looking at the right data with the right analysis and take the right actions. We also know that when we as educators work in partnership with our students' families, we are able to identify effective ways to make sure students attend school every day.
Because we're working smarter and not just hard, we've been able to use our attendance data to improve everyday attendance. As a result, our school's chronic absence rate dropped from 15% to 5%, and reducing our students' chronic absence is starting to help improve reading scores on state exams.
As educators at Parson Hills Elementary School show us, families need the respect and support of educators and ensure they are creating an environment where students want to come to school every day. Educators should use resources to take a strategic approach and use the right data on students' attendance to make sure they provide the right level of support for all students and their families. Currently, schools are only required to report on average daily attendance. That is why we need policymakers to promote policies to require that schools also measure and report on chronic absence the same way across all schools, and use that data to reach out to families proactively. Finally, the partnerships between schools, families, and the community must be bold and authentic. That's what we're working towards in the Campaign for Grade Level Reading, and early data tells us we're moving in the right direction.